Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's the Brownwood Lions Coach Show here on KOXE. I'm Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett, and we are just a couple of nights away from Christmas. So, what kind of Christmas plans do you have this year, Coach?
Well, funny you asked. I don't have any plans. I just do what I'm told.
Oh, well, but what are you being told to do for
I'm
Christmas?
told I'm going to Alpine. I spend Thanksgiving with my side of the family, my brothers and sisters, and then we spend Christmas with my wife's family, which are my in-laws, and we're going to Alpine.
All right.
Probably later tonight. I like driving at nighttime because it doesn't waste my day. So we'll probably make that trip, stay there through Christmas, and I'll get back for the Classic.
There you go. Watch for deer if you're driving at night.
I will, and I'm going to take a brisket and a ham, and I'm going to spiral cut that ham and glaze it, and that's going to be my contribution to Christmas dinner is a brisket and a ham.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
My mother-in-law sort of takes care of me. She knows I get sort of bored when I go to her house, so she bought me a grill and a smoker to have something to do when I'm out there.
Do you have one of those everywhere you go?
Well, that would be nice. I do have one I can pull around, and I went yesterday and got a tire fixed for that sucker. It's been sitting so long, but I don't have to pull it now. I got one at my mother-in-law's, so I'm going to cook while I'm there. It's what I like to do in my open time.
All right. Well, let's talk a little Brownwood Lions and Lady Lions sports. Of course, we had a basketball doubleheader yesterday at Warren's. Yeah, why don't you fill in everybody on that?
Well, let's talk about the girls first. They're on a little run. Beat Lakeview earlier in the week, 65-24. 13 threes in that game. We talked about that before. The previous game they had 10, so they have added 3 more to that. That's a lot of points when you start talking about three-pointers. That would be, 39 points in threes? Mm-hmm. See, I'm a pretty good mathematician. And then turn around and play Bangs yesterday, and we're victorious 48-26. Sort of doubled that score almost. So congratulations to the girls. They're getting a little hot. That's important because when they get to district, they need to be hot.
Yeah, 1 3 in a row.
Yeah, need to have some confidence. So congratulations to Coach Hortz and those girls for their efforts. The boys up 13 in the third quarter. Snyder went on a 17-1 run. Wound up losing that game by 7. But like I said, they're battling some injuries and some inconsistencies with the roster. So when you have inconsistencies with the roster, you're probably going to have inconsistencies with play. But they'll get healthy. Coach Parker does an amazing job. I got to sit and watch them practice for a little bit, and their enthusiasm's up. Other than, they still have several guys out, key guys out that'll help them when they get back on the court. So we're fine with them. They're going to get a lot of games in the Holiday Classic, which starts the 28th through the 30th at the Coliseum. So go out and watch them and support them, boys and girls. Lots of games. I think you have the schedule for that. I'll let you go through that, but they'll be fine. Just sort of stumping their toe right now, but they'll, you still got guys that have transitioned from football to basketball, and it takes time for them to get, sharp or to get their skills as sharp as they possibly can because they got a lot of skills. They just haven't refined those yet, but they'll be just fine.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the Classic. We've got the pool play game schedules so far for the boys and girls. The Lady Lions will start playing Wednesday morning at 9:20 at the high school against Lake Country, and then Wednesday at 5:20 they will play Valley Mills at the high school. Then on Thursday they are at the Coliseum. They'll play Little River Academy at 1:20 p.m. Thursday, and then after that it depends on how all the pools work out. I think Coach Hort said there's 3 pools of 11 teams, so have to see how that works out. And then for the boys on Wednesday night, they play Academy at 8 o'clock at the Coliseum. And then Thursday, they play Big Spring at 9:20 in the morning at the Coliseum. And then they'll play again based on how the pools work out. So plenty of basketball coming up next week, Coach.
Yeah, that's good. They need as many games as they possibly can play. It's nice to see the Classic have the numbers that we're having now. I think what you just said, 33 girls teams. That's big, but all different levels, different skill sets. So it's a great opportunity for the girls and the boys to go get some games under their belt before they head into district, which is big. And besides that, I remember when I was young, the big thing about the break was going and sitting in the Coliseum and watching the Holiday Classic. So it's nice that that's back. It's been back for several years now, and it seems to be going stronger and stronger every year, and people are catching wind that it's back in action. So it's nice to sit and go to the gym and the Coliseum and watch a bunch of games. You have them going at the high school and the Coliseum simultaneously, and they go all day long.
Yeah. Talking to Coach Parker after the game yesterday, the main thing he said for them right now is just trying to find the right combinations with the number of guys he's got playing.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. You know, the inconsistencies of not having your roster or having someone out that you're dependent on, and all of a sudden someone gets sick or gets hurt, and now you're trying to find the five guys that gel the best on the court together, and then also your subs coming off the bench, where they go, what position they play, that kind of stuff. But like I said, Coach Parker's a master at what he does. He does an outstanding job, extremely enthusiastic, and gets a lot out of those kids and extremely positive. So, like I said, hopefully we can be injury-free by the time we get to district, and he'll have those lineups set like he likes them, how they function well together, and you know, because every kid brings a different skill set to the court. So he'll have that thing worked out, and if we can be healthy by then, they'll be just fine, I think.
Yeah, I know we mentioned this a little before, but Lady Lions in their 3 wins have hit 27 3-pointers in those 3 games, and that's pretty much the tail of the season for them.
Well, that makes us sound and look a little good. Well, we're not really basketball gurus, but knowing that the girls don't have a lot of height, they're not an in-the-paint kind of team. They try to create alleys in the paint where they can get layups with some of the offensive things they do, but they know that they're going to have to be perimeter shooters to put points on the board and be successful. And to see the last 3 games in a row, they've been extremely consistent at hitting you know, those shots behind the arc, so that's huge for them, and that's going to be their MO to win, I think, and be successful in district is the ability to shoot from the perimeter.
Mm-hmm. So what else is going on in the Brownwood sports world?
Well, we don't have any soccer activity. We got soccer and basketball going on right now, as you know. We don't have anything going on with soccer until early part of January, but they are having alumni games. The girls are going to have an alumni game on the 28th at 2 o'clock. And the boys will follow that with their alumni game at 4 o'clock. So if you're itching to see some soccer action, or you're an alumni that wants to go out and play, man, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to have you and go out there and just enjoy some time, you know, with the girls and the boys that we have right now in the program and see them, or maybe get out there and try to see if you can't kick a ball around with them. But that's a neat deal that they, Coach Westerman and Coach Mosqueda has put together that alumni game, so it's gotten bigger and better, and it's going to be two games in action on the 28th at 2 and 4.
You ought to get out there and show off some of your soccer skills.
Boy. You know how old I was last time I kicked a soccer ball? Probably about 11.
It's about time you tried again.
Oh, man. Boy, they'd have to let me play goalie and let someone else play the other side of the goal. We'd have 2 goalies.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. National Signing Day in football today. Speaking of football, what's kind of going on in Brownwood Lion football world?
Well, we have several kids that are being recruited right now. No commitments yet, but I've talked to many scouts that come in every day, give them a recruiting list. They're really high on some kids. They'll go back and evaluate some of our players, see what positions they need, and see if we have any guys that would have an opportunity to fill their roster. I know that Isaac Gray's already committed to Harding. They're going to give him an opportunity, but he's sort of high on everybody's charts. So there's some teams I know out there that are going to try to steal him from Harding. But you know, that'll be his decision. Like I said, a lot of them are pretty high on him. There's a lot of guys looking at, you know, Thad and JJ and Conlon and some of those guys. But you know, like I said, it's got to be a fit for them. And you know, I do have hopes. You know, we got a new coach with Kevin Bechtel at Howard Payne. His brother's gone to Houston Christian to be their offensive coordinator, and he's given Kevin an opportunity to step into that leadership role. He's been a head coach before, does a great job, so they'll just keep on clicking. It'd be nice to see if we can't get some of our kids at Howard Payne, and that's a goal of theirs, I know, and it's a goal of mine, to, you know, to keep some of our guys at home and maybe have an opportunity to continue their playing a career in college at Howard Payne.
Of course, now they've got the 2 national signing days, one in December, one in February. Any thoughts on that?
We used to have what we're doing. We used to have several signing dates for our kids, and it became very difficult for school and getting them out to do their signing and get kids out to watch it. We're going to have one in the spring for all sports. Unless we have a big-time player that's going to sign on National Signing Day, we'll hold that until later in the spring, and we'll do all of our signings at one time and give people a chance to get there and see all of our kids and all of our sports and what they're signing for. And then also it's easier getting kids out of class. You know, academics are sort of important in school, so we try to accommodate that and not get kids out of school all the time. So we've sort of committed to having one signing day in the spring, so that's how we'll do that. But anytime we get someone that's going to have an opportunity to play at the next level, of course, we'll recognize that. But we'll have a signing day together and sort of make it a big celebration of all sports.
Bowl game season is about to get rolling. Any particular bowl games you're keeping an eye on?
Sure they are. You know, I'm a big TCU guy. Now that my daughter goes to TCU, my wife decided she's going to watch football finally, and she watches the Horned Frogs, and my little one's involved in the Horned Frogs, so we'll watch them play Michigan. But I'm sort of torn because I'm a Harbaugh fan, and I like Michigan for some reason. Don't have any connection to them. I just like them. I like their brand of football and the way they do things and their toughness. And now I'm sort of torn because they're playing TCU, so I'll root for the best team to win and have a chance to win the national championship. And of course, I hope that's TCU because I'm a Texas guy and always want our Texas schools to do well, so I'll be rooting for them. But if not, I'll still have somebody to root for in the national championship.
The game I want to see is actually Thursday night. Baylor and Air Force are playing in the Armed Forces Bowl at TCU, and according to our buddy Randy Turner, the wind chill is supposed to be in the single digits Thursday night, so that should be an interesting game.
That'd be one you watch on TV.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going in person.
Yeah,
no.
I wouldn't go in person, but you know, A.J. McCarty plays corner for Baylor, so I always watch them anytime they're on. So I'll hit all the Texas schools. Who's Texas playing? Never mind.
We are in a bowl.
What, really?
Yeah, we're in the Alamo Bowl.
Oh, I didn't know they were bowl eligible.
We go. No, that's A&M. That's not bowl eligible.
Oh,
yeah.
You're sorry. I was throwing a jab at you, and I got hit back in the face. I got counterpunched.
That's right. We are playing.
Well, I'm rooting for them, too. I do like the Longhorns, and I like the Aggies, and I like the Red Raiders, and I like the Baylor Bears, and I like the TCU Horned Frogs.
Well, you just like everybody.
I do. If you're from Texas, I'm rooting for you.
You're spreading the holiday love to everybody.
Now, I will tell Richard Perez, I do not like Oklahoma.
Nope.
I do not like them at all. I can't stand them. If there's a team out there in the NCAA college ranks that I will not root for, that will be the Oklahoma Sooners.
Well, they tried real hard not to make a bowl, but they got in there after all.
I don't know why I don't like them, but I just don't. Sort of like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. You hear about Franco Harris? He passed away this morning.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, they were doing what they're doing Christmas Eve. They're doing the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, and they were going to retire his jersey, and passed away this morning.
I'll be dang. I did not know. That's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah. So, I don't know anything else you want to mention, Coach.
Oh, no, just make sure that we stay warm. I know tomorrow it's supposed to get miserably cold. We're not used to that kind of stuff. We're from Texas. It's not supposed to be cold like that, so make sure that you prepare and have firewood if you have a fireplace or a wood-burning stove, or make sure your electricity is going well, or have a backup if not, but that can get serious if you don't look out. So make sure that you stay warm and have a happy holidays for sure.
Yeah, our last show before Christmas.
That's right, and we'll pick it up after Christmas.
Yeah. Well, we won't be here Monday. We're going to take Monday off,
That's
but
right.
we'll be back on Wednesday. Anything else you want to mention today, Coach?
Yep, just thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Bruner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howie Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Heartland Funeral Home, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter & Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Tees.
All right. We will be back here next Wednesday on the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show on KOXE, KOXE.com, the KOXE app, and the KOXE Facebook pages.
Stay warm. Have a great day, Brownwood.